Welcome to our comprehensive guide on effective soybean farming, where we'll delve into the essential practices, tips, and insights to help you cultivate a thriving soybean crop. Whether you're a seasoned farmer looking to optimize your yield or a beginner eager to start your journey in agriculture, this guide is packed with valuable information to set you on the right path. Let's kick things off by understanding why soybeans are such an important crop. Soybeans are not only a staple in many diets around the world, but they also play a crucial role in sustainable agriculture. They are a legume, which means they have the unique ability to fix nitrogen in the soil, enhancing soil fertility for future crops. This makes them an excellent choice for crop rotation, helping to reduce the need for synthetic fertilizers. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of farming techniques, let's discuss the ideal conditions for growing soybeans. Soybeans thrive in well-drained, loamy soils with a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. They prefer warm temperatures, ideally between 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 95 degrees Fahrenheit during the growing season. It's crucial to plant your soybeans after the last frost has passed, as they are sensitive to cold. Timing is everything in farming, so be sure to check your local frost dates and plan accordingly. Next, let's talk about selecting the right soybean variety. There are numerous varieties available, each suited to different climates and purposes. When choosing a variety, consider your local climate, soil type, and the specific market you're targeting. For instance, if you're in a cooler region, look for early maturing varieties that can thrive in shorter growing seasons. If you're aiming for high protein content, certain varieties are bred specifically for that purpose. Research is key, so consult local agricultural extension services or seed suppliers for recommendations. Once you've selected the right variety, it's time to prepare your field. Proper land preparation is crucial for optimal growth. Begin by tilling the soil to a depth of about 6 inches, breaking up any clumps and ensuring a fine seed bed. This helps with seed-to-soil contact, which is vital for germination. After tilling, consider performing a soil test to determine nutrient levels and pH, allowing you to amend the soil as needed. Adding organic matter, such as compost or well-rotted manure, can significantly improve soil structure and fertility. Now, let's move on to planting. The ideal planting depth for soybeans is about 1 to 1.5 inches. Planting too deep can hinder germination, while planting too shallow can expose seeds to pests and drought. A good rule of thumb is to aim for a planting density of about 140,000 to 160,000 seeds per acre. But this can vary based on your specific variety and local conditions. Make sure to use high-quality seeds, as this can greatly impact your yield. After planting, it's essential to monitor your crop closely. Soybeans require consistent moisture, especially during the critical flowering and pod-filling stages. If rainfall is insufficient, consider implementing an irrigation system to ensure your plants receive adequate water. However, be cautious not to overwater, as soybeans are susceptible to root rot and other diseases in overly saturated soils. Speaking of diseases, let's discuss pest and disease management. Regular scouting is vital for early detection of any issues. Common pests that affect soybeans include aphids, spider mites, and soybean loopers. Implementing integrated pest management practices, such as crop rotation, planting pest-resistant varieties, and introducing beneficial insects, can help keep pest populations in check. Additionally, be on the lookout for diseases like soybean rust and root rot. Fungicides and proper crop rotation can help mitigate these threats. As your soybeans grow, they will go through several growth stages, from germination to flowering and finally to pod formation. Each stage requires different care and attention. During the flowering stage, it's crucial to maintain adequate moisture and nutrients, as this is when the plant focuses on producing pods. Regularly check for nutrient deficiencies, as soybeans are heavy feeders, particularly for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Foliar feeding can be an effective way to address any deficiencies quickly. Once your soybeans reach maturity, it's time for harvest. The ideal time to harvest soybeans is when the pods are firm and the leaves have started to yellow and drop. Harvesting too early can result in lower yields, while waiting too long can lead to shattering and loss of seeds. Use a combine harvester set to the appropriate settings for soybeans to minimize damage during the harvest process. After harvest, proper post-harvest management is essential. Store your soybeans in a cool, dry place to prevent spoilage and pest infestations. Consider cleaning and grading your beans to ensure quality before selling. This can significantly impact your market price, so take the time to do it right. Now that we've covered the basics of soybean farming, let's talk about sustainability. As farmers, it's our responsibility to practice sustainable agriculture to protect our environment for future generations. Implementing practices such as cover cropping, reduced tillage, and organic amendments can enhance soil health and biodiversity. Additionally, consider participating in local agricultural programs that promote sustainable practices and provide resources for farmers. In conclusion, effective soybean farming requires careful planning, attention to detail, and a commitment to sustainable practices. By choosing the right variety, preparing your soil, monitoring your crop, and managing pests and diseases, you can maximize your yield and contribute to a more sustainable agricultural system. Remember, farming is a journey filled with learning opportunities. So stay curious, keep experimenting, and never hesitate to seek advice from fellow farmers and agricultural experts. Thank you for joining us on this soybean farming guide, and we wish you the best of luck in your farming endeavors.